I grew my Skool community to over 100 members without an audience, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it step by step. The first thing is that we need a way to attract people, and this is where most people get it wrong. What most people do is they have their Skool community. All right, this is their community, and they send traffic to their Skool via IG, YouTube, ads, whatever it is. The problem is that they lead with the community. Okay, now, unfortunately, a community-centered offer is not strong enough to actually get people to want to commit. So what I did instead was I created a lead magnet inside the community and pointed all of the traffic directly at the lead magnet. This is a key distinction because you need to have a stronger offer for people to want to buy into whatever you're saying. Now, if you don't know what a lead magnet is, it's exactly what it sounds like. So a magnet to get leads. Now, when it comes to lead magnets, there's a couple things that people do wrong. So the first is that they don't make it free. There was a study done where they offered people something for free versus like 1 penny. And the number of people who accepted the free thing was like 10 times more. So the number one thing you want to do is make it free. The second thing is that people try to make their lead magnets too broad and too general. What you want to do is compress the scope of the problem that you're offering a solution for and provide an end-to-end solution. So for example, let's say your community was about playing pickleball. Instead of saying like, oh, I'll take you from beginner to intermediate, which is kind of a general problem. There's probably like 100 different things that you need to do to get from a beginner to an intermediate. A better lead magnet would be like, here's how to do this crazy spin serve. And that way you narrow the scope so much that you can actually make the lead magnet better. You can solve that problem end to end, and then you attract people who want that instead of just this generic guide. So specificity wins here, and that's exactly what I did. This is something that you can knock out in like a weekend. It shouldn't be that hard. So I'll show you guys my lead magnet. So in my case, I have a fitness community. For my lead magnet, I basically created a workout plan. Simple, straightforward. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6 days a week workout programs in there. And I spent like a weekend on this just making it good. Given my expertise in the space, like I have genuine conviction that the workout programs provide here are better than what you get wherever else, right? And so the point here is that you create something very specific and then you market that instead of marketing the community. Okay, so very, very simple, right? And I talked about exactly this instead of saying, okay, hey, join this fitness community, blah, 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 right? So again, be very specific. Like I said, in my case, this was a fitness community. If you've thought about creating your own school, but you just don't know what niche to do it in, click the link below. You will find a decision test that I have built that will help you actually pick a niche. And that's it for the lead magnet. Once you've built it, spend a weekend, like I said, build it out. Another pro tip is if you can make it like usable instead of just a consumption of information. So for example, this workout program that I built, people can use it on an ongoing basis, right? They have to refer back to it. It's not just some simple guide. And that makes it really, really useful and enticing for someone. So that's the first step. The second thing I did was to create a VSL. Now, if you've never made a VSL before, this is probably one of the highest ROI plays that you can make because in almost every single case, a VSL is going to improve your conversion rate. Before I added a VSL, I think my conversion rate was like 2 to 3%. Mind you, this is a free group. When I added a VSL, it jumped to like 10 to 11%, which is like, okay, it's definitely better. I think for free groups, you want between a 10 to 20% conversion rate, and you get that with a VSL, okay? So like I said, in almost every single case, adding a VSL is going to be low-hanging fruit for you. So just add that to the checklist of items that are must-haves. And I'll show you my VSL. So this is my community. It's called Tech Shreds. As you can see here, I won't play the whole thing, but makes it way too. It's less than 4 minutes, so it's pretty simple to record. Make your VSL 2 to 4 minutes long. You can just talk to ChatGPT and give it your offer and your community and be like, hey, script me out a VSL, and then you're good to go. So do that, and then your conversion rate will jump through the roof. So number 1, lead magnet, where we're pointing all of our traffic to, and we're including in the messaging. Number 2, a VSL. That way we can maximize our conversion rate. All right, so step 3 is going to be the actual traffic. So what I did was I ran paid ads, and I'll show you the ads here in a second. But when you're starting out, people try to be too clever with it to try to do some crazy ads. You want to run offer-led ads. So this is exactly why we created the lead magnet. That way we can use the offer of the lead magnet as the messaging in our ads. and we don't have to be clever with it. Okay, so I'll show you guys my ads. So as you can see here, we started running the ads on October 17th, and we got 166 conversions with the average CPA here was $10, which actually is not that great. We want to aim for like closer to $5, but I didn't even put that much effort into the ads. But as you can see here, that from October 17th to 2 weeks, we got 166 members. And then even if we go look at all of November, again, the CPA drops a little bit to 950, but almost another 200 members in November. So let's take a look at the ads and you guys can see what performed the best. Let's take a look at this one. So I would definitely recommend running a combination of statics and videos. So as you can see in this text one, it's just like a, a founder POV type ad where it's just some, where it's just an image of some text talking about the community, calling out my target avatar, the lead magnet that I have, and then mentioning that's free, which is going to help a lot for the click-through rate. So that one performed really, really well. The second one is this video ad, and I won't play the whole thing, but it's literally me just for the hook calling out the target avatar. The body is just me walking through the community and talking about what you're going to get with an emphasis on the lead magnet, talking about the 3, 4, 5, and 6 day workout programs, blah, 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 blah. And that's basically it. That's how I got. Now we're at almost 500 members. Like I said, just to recap, spend time on the lead magnet. We're not just pointing people at a community. We're pointing people at an offer comprised of a lead magnet. Number 2, you must have a VSL. That's what I did. Pretty simple, 2 to 4 minutes. And number 3, run paid ads. They're pretty cheap because it's a free community and the ads themselves are pretty straightforward. Like in my case, it was just the text ads that performed best. And then I also threw some video ads in there as well. Just straight offer led, nothing fancy. By the way, if you're interested in starting your own Skool community, but you haven't pulled the trigger yet just because you don't know what niche to pick, then click the link below. I created a 10-minute decision test where you'll be asked a single question, and because of the parameters of the question, you will be forced to pick a niche out of all the ones that you're thinking. And it's not some like airy-fairy stuff. Like the parameters of the question are such that it'll force you to narrow down the list of choices that you have. And then it'll ask you a couple of follow-up questions that'll help you trim it down to one final niche that'll help you make money and grow your Skool community. And even if that test doesn't help you, which I've used it on myself and with friends, like it does work. If it doesn't help you still, then you can DM me inside the Skool community and I will be more than happy to literally jump on a call with you and help you decide which niche is going to be best going forward, okay? I made that because I know a lot of people can struggle with picking a niche and they spend weeks, sometimes months on it. And just to get that out of the way, I created that decision test just to get you moving as quickly as possible, okay? So I'm here to help. Join the community below. It's completely free. It's called Launch Lab. And if that sounds interesting, then I will see you inside. Other than that, I hope this video was helpful. Let me know, comment down below if you have any questions. I'll be making more videos like this in the future, super tactical, talking through different things I'm doing and trying to grow Skool communities. And yeah, peace.